Hello, everyone, and welcome to STEM at Home with the Prince George's County Memorial Library System. My name is Miss Rebecca, and today we will be doing an hour of code in honor of Pride Month. Today, we're going to be learning a little bit about the history of coding and then be able to try some coding of our own. So let's talk about an early pioneer of coding and programming named Alan Turing. And to do that, I'm going to share my screen. And I'm just going to go to the library's website, PGCMLS.info. And if I scroll down, I can click on Online Resources. And from there, everything's alphabetical. So I'm going to go to one that I really like called Gale's Biography in Context. And I'll just put in my library card number because I know it by heart. And if you're a PGCPS student, you can log in with your link account, which is PGCPS plus your student ID, and that student ID you can find on SchoolMax. So this is Biography in Context. We can learn about lots of famous people here. But today we're going to learn about Alan Turing. So Alan Turing was from England. He was a brilliant mathematician and an early computer programmer. I'm going to click here for more info. In his college years, he proposed the Turing machine, which was an early theoretical computer and that worked with computational programs. And then during World War II, he helped break Nazi codes. So he was a very valuable member of society. He was also LGBTQ, which was illegal back in Alan Turing's day, and he was actually arrested for being gay. Later on, his record was expunged, but his courage and intelligence paved the way for other LGBTQ leaders in STEM studies. You can read more about Alan Turing here. Okay, let's try our hand at coding something fun. If you've never coded before, this is the perfect opportunity to learn. Coding can be really simple and fun. And to do an hour of code, I love to go to code.org, and I happen to know about programming a dance party. So that's what we're going to do today. The dance party is cool because it has lots of new music from Lil Nas X and The Weeknd and Nicki Minaj and Lady Gaga and Sia, Madonna, Miley Cyrus, all kinds of awesome people. So you can see here that we're going to start right here, but if you wanted to try this without using a computer, you could go to Dance Party Unplugged. So I'm just going to click here to start. And I'm going to skip over the video, but you can watch the video to get a little introduction. And I'm going to put my age. I'm going to answer honestly. Okay, now the first thing to remember about coding is that you're going to drag and drop these blocks. This is called a GUI interface. And these blocks fit in just like puzzle pieces. You'll actually hear them snap in. And the most important thing to remember when you're coding is to read the directions, because the directions will tell you exactly what you need to do. So in this case, it's saying make a new cat at the center block in the workspace and connect it inside the setup block. So I'm going to click OK. I see my setup block here. And here is my dancer, my cat, make a new cat. So I'm just going to click and I'm going to drag it so that it goes inside the puzzle, makes that nice little snap sound. And then I'm going to hit run to run my code. Congratulations, we just wrote our first lines of code. So I'm going to click on continue. And again, I'm going to skip these videos All right, so now I've got my cat, and what am I going to do with it? When the up is pressed block lets you run code when you press the arrow buttons. Oh, okay, so this green block, if I connect that there, when up is pressed, the cat is going to do something. So let's see. The cat can clap once. When I press the left arrow, ooh, lots of different things the cat can do. I'm going to set it to random to see what the cat's going to do when we press the left arrow key. And over here, it says show code. And this is what we see, it's called JavaScript. This is what we're actually doing when we're moving these bricks around, is we are writing JavaScript. So it may look a little bit unusual, but this is what you do behind the scenes to make video games, apps, websites, all kinds of great stuff that we love. Okay, so now I'm going to hit run and see what happens with my cat. I'm going to press my arrow key. Uh-oh, I pressed the arrow key, but the dancer did not respond. So I made a mistake somewhere. Mistakes are great because it gives us a chance to see where we might have gone wrong. So let me go back up and read my directions. Make sure you press the up arrow key. Ah, okay, so I pressed the wrong arrow key. Let's try this again. Oh, I got the dab. And the floss. Great, so we've completed puzzle 2. It's time for a dance-off. Program each dancer to move when you press different keys. Choose your favorite move for each dancer or set it to random for something totally unpredictable. Okay, so in my setup, I'm going to have a cat dancer that's going to be on the right-hand side, and I'm going to have a bear dancer that's going to be the left-hand side. I wonder what other kinds of things I could have. Ooh, a sloth. I'm going to try a sloth. So when up is pressed, bears do random, and when down is pressed, let's make the bear clap, and we will have the cat drop. So again, that's when our up arrow is pressed or our down arrow is pressed. We could change it and make it anything that we want, but I'm going to leave it as up right now. So here we go. Time to run our code. There's the drop. Oh, I know what I did. I forgot to set it to sloths. See what I mean about mistakes being good? Let's try and run it again. There's my drop, and there's my clap. Clap, 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 clap. Congratulations! We completed puzzle 3. Again, this is a video I am going to close. Let's get the dancers moving in time with the music. Connect the after 4 measures block to the sharks do this or that forever block from the toolkit. Okay, that's easy to do. We have our after 4 measures block right here. And we're going to connect our sharks do this or that forever. Let's take a look at the code and see what we've written. So here's our setup. Our dance sprite is a shark, and it gives the coordinates of where on the screen the shark is going to be. The timestamp at 4 measures, they're going to change moves to this or that. So this code that's under the hood is starting to make a little bit more sense now. But luckily we have these easy, fun colored blocks to play with. So let's go ahead and run this code. Shark is my favorite animal, so I'm really excited to see the shark. So I made my shark do this or that. That was cool. Wonder what else I can make my shark do. I'm going to click on continue. Now we're grooving. Add an after 6 measures block to your workspace and make a dancer start a new move after 6 measures. Okay, so the first thing I need to do is add an after 6 measures block. Ooh, here's a new block that I haven't seen before. It's called set background effects. I'm going to put that in my setup and move this over. Let's see, what kinds of things can we do here? I like neon, sparkles, ooh, fireworks. So what should we do after 6 measures? After 4 measures, the frog is going to do the floss. That's going to be our character. After 6 measures, let's have them do a body roll. Let's check out our code. Okay, we see our setup functions, and there's our set background. Here's our changing moves. Let's run the code and see what it looks like. Here we go. Hit us with the floss. And then the body roll. All right, we've completed puzzle 5. Use this new block to set up a group of smaller backup dancers around the lead dancer in the center. Make new in a circle. You can create a bunch of backup dancers all at once. Okay, so my background effects are set. I'm curious to see what this is going to look like, so I'm going to leave it just as it is. We're going to make a unicorn to be our central dancer. And after 4 measures, let's have them all do Gangnam Style. Let's have them do it forever. Oh, this is a good way to show you what to do. I don't want this piece anymore. Is it too late? No, I can just drag it, and I see the trash can, I'll drop it in the trash, and then it reappears here in my block space. So I'm going to change this to Gangnam. Okay, then we have that new block that we have to add. So let's go ahead and add that in. Move our blocks down a little bit. How many new sloths should we make? How about we make 3 backup dancers? And the backup dancers will be pineapples. And they'll all be in a circle. Let's see what that crazy code looks like. All right. Can't wait to run this one, see what it looks like. Oh, there's my circle of pineapples and my unicorn. And now they're all doing the Gangnam Style. Congratulations, you completed puzzle 6. Continue. Okay, I'm going to X out this video. Every dancer has a set of properties that controls what it looks like. Use the set size to under a green block event to make dancers appear closer or farther away. Oh, okay. I think I understand what's going on. So here's my teal block. Set pineapples to size 50. And that needs to go under a green event block. I see a green event block right here after 4 measures. Click it in there. And this time, maybe I'll choose some sharks. I'll have a duck at the center. Change that to sharks. I remembered earlier from my mistake, and I learned. So here's what our code looks like. Now I'm going to go ahead and hit run. See my little sharks in the background? They're half the size. They're size 50 because we set them to size 50. You need to change the size of at least one dancer after the music starts, okay? Oh, I forgot to change it from pineapples. So I will change it to sharks and try to rerun my code and see if that works. Congratulations, we completed the puzzle. Dancers have a tint property that can add a layer of color. Try changing the tint of one of your dancers or the entire group. Okay, tint, that means a layer of color. So I need to read through here and figure out where I'm going to set this tint. Ah, here we go. Set unicorn's tint to tint teal. But where should I put it? Should I put it in my setup? Should I put it after 4 measures? I think I want it to happen with the beat, so I'm going to put it with the 4 measures. Let's see. And I'm going to pick this cool purple, pinky purple. I wonder how that will show up in my code. Ah, set tint each in line, unicorn, and then this is the number of the color. It's the special code for the color. Let's go ahead and run it. And there's my pink tinted unicorn. That was awesome. Did you see how the background changed when we did that? So that means we get to change the background every time the beat drops. So it really could be like being in a dance party. This new block is a special kind of event that is triggered over and over. Ah, I see, it's a loop. By placing the other new blocks in your toolbox inside the repeat block, you can repeatedly change dancers' properties over time. Be creative and have fun. Okay, I will. So let me look at my setup here. I'm going to be doing neon squiggles. Let's try electronic disco ball. We're going to, looks like we're making a lot of robots here. I'm going to set it to 10 in a border. And the unicorn is going to be in the center. I think I want it to be the duck this time. And then repeat every 2 measures. Set background effect to black and white random. And then everybody's going to do random dances. But maybe we should choose one. Ooh, the zombie. That sounds cool. All right. Let me show my code. Oh, the zombie is going to be the thriller. It says moves thriller. That is awesome. I hope everybody knows what thriller is. And if you don't know what it is, you probably can find it for free on Freegal on the PGCMLS website. Time to run my code. Get some Miss Nicki Minaj. This is so cool. See how it's randomly changing because we asked it to? Let's see, did we do it right? When you are all done, press the finish button. Okay, so I'm going to press finish. Congratulations, I've completed puzzle 9. I'm going to X out of this video here. Okay, now I have all different types of blocks. Dancers, properties, those are those teal blocks. Here's some of my green action blocks, more green event blocks, and a loop every 4 measures. Well, let's pull out a loop. Let's see, what's in my setup right now? We're going to start off with electronic spiral. That sounds cool. We're going to make 12 new aliens in a circle and a moose at the center. Yeah, let's see what the moose looks like. Every 4 measures, we want them to change background. We'll go to neon colors, which we have our dancers do. Ooh, here's an alternate one. Alternate means go back and forth. So we'll have them do the floss to the high clap every 2 measures. When bass peaks, ooh, we can set people to visible or invisible. We can make them invisible. And set our dance speed to fast, normal, or very slow. Let's have them dance fast. Let's see what this crazy code looks like. Okay, there's our circle of aliens. There's our moose. Here's going to be our new color palette and our alternating moves. When the bass drops, everything will become invisible and everyone's going to dance fast. So let's see what that looks like. I'm going to reset that, and I'm going to take away my invisibility thing. I didn't like that block. Remember, to get rid of it, all I have to do is drag it over to the block section and drop it in the trash. Let's see if that changes things. Okay, we got our moose, we've got our aliens, the fast floss, and the high clap. Cool. What else can we change? If we go to more properties, when the base peaks, what tint should we change them to? I'm going to change them to this nice yellow, but just the moose. Now, we should be able to see in our code the difference here. Yes, set tint each line, the moose, and there is the color code for that nice yellow that we picked out. I'm going to go ahead and hit run. Looks like I wasn't able to change the moose's color, so maybe I need to put it someplace else in my code. We'll move these blocks over here. And I think instead of just the colors, we're gonna get some effects. Ooh, diamonds. Diamonds are forever. All right, let's hit run and see what happens. And there's our yellow tint. We did it. That was super fun. Now you see all the different things that you can drop into your code. You can change the background, you can change the foreground. Ooh, set foreground. Let's try that. Terrain. Let's run it again. Oh, now it's raining. And it looks like, yeah, there's a whole bunch of different options here. Ooh, we can do pizzas. Yes, pizza mousse. Awesome. We could make new dancers in our dance party. Can change the size of different characters, randomize all size, and we can add event blocks. So you could play with this and do a lot of different things. Now, we've only been doing code for a little while, so we can finish up and try something new. We completed the first puzzle. And look, I got a certificate of completion for my hour of code. So you could write your own name in here and then print this out or share it on social media with your parents' permission. Let's go to grades K to 5. Let's see. Learn the basics of computer science and create your own art, stories, and games. Well, that sounds really fun. Why don't we try that one? We're just going to do the plugged activities today, but there's, as you can see, several activities that you can do, and you don't need to have a computer to learn coding and computational thinking. So let's try programming with Angry Birds because I love Angry Birds. And I'm going to hit continue. For this puzzle, drag all the blocks together and click run to watch it go. Okay, so I know about this. I have my starting block. I need to click my puzzle pieces into place. They're move forward blocks, and there's 2 of them, which means we're going to move forward 1 time, 2 times to get that pig. So I'm going to go ahead and hit run. I love the fun little sounds that they make. So we just wrote 2 lines of code, and today we've written 65 lines of code. Drag an extra move forward block out of the toolbox to finish your code. Okay, so I need to connect my blocks. 1, 2, and now it's telling me to take 1 more out of the block pile and connect that. It means I'm going to move forward 3 times. 1, 2, 3. Catch that pig. And I'm going to click on show code and see the code is very simple that we're writing here. Just move forward 1 time. And we repeated that 3 times. There goes my bird. Got the pig. This pig is ruffling my feathers. There is 1 extra block that is going to cause the bird to crash. Throw it away by unhooking it from the gray blocks and dragging it back to the toolbox. Okay, well, first, let's read what it does. We're going to move forward once, twice, turn left, and then move forward and move forward again. And this is where we're going to end up on that box of TNT. So that's why they're telling us to take out 1 of those blocks. But let's run it and see what the mistake does. Oh, it didn't even let us get this far. And it says, keep coding. Something's not quite right yet. So I'm going to hit reset. I'm going to follow those directions. I can take the box apart. And then put them back together in the puzzle. And get rid of that extra block by dragging it here to the trash. And now we should move forward just 1 time and then turn left so that we can get the pig. We'll go ahead and click run. All right, we got it. Trace the path and lead me to the silly pig. Avoid TNT or feathers will fly. Okay, so there's the box of TNT. Now I'm curious, so I'm going to move forward 1 time, 2 times to see what happens when I hit that TNT. Oh, I blew up. Keep coding. Something's not quite right yet. Get rid of 1 of those move forward blocks since I don't want to make that mistake again. So I'm going to move forward here, and then I need to turn left or turn right. Looks like I need to turn right. And if you ever have trouble remembering your left from your right, just hold up your 2 hands like this, and the L is the left. Okay, so once we turn right, we have to move down 1 space, and then we'll be here. Then we're going to have to turn left and move forward 1 space to get the pig. Let's take a look at our code. Looks simple enough, right? I could write this code. Do you think you could write this code? And we'll go ahead and click run. There we go, we got the pig. Follow this path to get me to the pig. Avoid the TNT. Okay, so I need to move forward once, twice, once, twice, and then I'm going to need to turn left and then move forward once and twice. Let's see if I'm right. Got that pig. So I've written 81 lines of code now. I'm a coder. Are you a coder too? Okay, keep calm and help me find the bad pig. Otherwise, I might get angry. Get the bird to the pig and avoid the TNT. So I'm going to have to go around these blocks here. So to do that, I could go right or I could go left. I'm going to go left and go forward one space. Then I need to turn right to head towards the pig. Ooh, here's a new block. This is like the loop that we saw in the dance party. So we're going to want to move forward how many spaces now? 1, 2, 3. So I'm going to change these question marks to the number 3 and put my move forward block inside. Now I've created a loop. Let's see how far that gets us. You can always press run to find out how far you've gotten. Okay, so it got us almost to the pig. Once we get here, we're going to need to turn right and then move forward one more time. Let's take a look at this code to see what our loop looks like. Count 3. That's right. We set it to go 3 times move forward instead of having to use 3 blocks. Shorter blocks makes more sense because it's easier to not get confused. And move forward 3 times and turn right and move forward. I got that bad pig. Challenge puzzles are lessons designed to stretch your brain. Just do the best you can. I'm ready. Ooh. It's time to get angry. This code has a lot of bugs. You'll need to remove some blocks and add others. Now I want to look up in my workspace and it says 13 out of 13 blocks. That means I'm supposed to have 13 blocks. And right now, how many do I have? 13, but they're not the right blocks. Let's see what happens when we run this code. Oh, see, I moved forward one too many times. So I'm going to get rid of that. Move forward just once. Let's see what happens now. Turn right, move forward once, turn left, move forward once, turn right, move forward 3 times. Oh, that was too many times. So I'll get rid of one of these blocks. And once they're there, they're going to have to turn to the right and then move forward to get to the pig. See, look, we're back up to 13 blocks. We know we're supposed to have 13 blocks because the denominator says 13. And the numerator says 13 because we actually have 13 blocks attached to our one run block. So I'm going to go ahead and click run and see what happens. Good thing I made all those mistakes so I could learn from them. And we got it. We met the challenge. Challenge complete. And now I've written 100 lines of code, and it barely took any time at all. Keep calm and help me find the bad pig. Okay. First thing we need to do is to move forward. That'll bring us here. Then we'll need to turn right. And then we're going to have to move forward a lot of spaces. Let's see how many. 1, 2, 3, 4. So instead of using 4 move forward blocks, because remember, it's telling me that I should only need 9 blocks to complete this puzzle. If I put 4 move forward blocks there, that's going to be 4 plus 3 equals 7. That means I only have 2 blocks left. So I'm going to use my loop. I'm going to set it to 4 and put my move forward inside. Just for fun, let's make a mistake. And we'll put a turn right block inside there too. And then we'll move forward to get the pig. So we just put a bug in our code. Let's see what happens. Oh, we hit the TNT because instead of moving forward 4 times in a row, we move forward and then we turn right. So we can grab that block, drop it in the trash, hit reset, and let's see if we have enough space. Now, this says that I only have 6 blocks and I need 9 blocks. So there's something I'm probably not doing yet. Oh, I see what I need to do. Once I get here, I'm going to need to turn right to get to the pig. I'll put my block back there. 7 out of 9. That's not bad. Let's see what happens. Perfect. Okay, read through the code very carefully. What will happen when you click run? Turn left, turn right, move forward. Looks like he's going to hit the TNT. I'm going to select that as my answer. Let's run it and see what happens, because this is some buggy code too. Oh, the code is perfect. It didn't have any bugs in it. Let's review the code. And hit reset. Oh, so instead of going this way, we told the bird to turn around, not 1 time, but 2 times. Turn left, move forward, turn left again, and then move forward 3 times, and that's how we got to the pig. All right, help me sneak up on the pig any way you want to. Okay, so I want to make sure I go around this TNT. So I'm going to first turn to the right, and then I'm going to move forward 2 times. One, 2. Then I'll turn to the left. And I'll move forward. How many times will I need to get to the pig from here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 4. Now I know that it's not going to get me to the pig yet, but I'm going to press run and see what happens with my code to see what I need to do next. Turn, move 4 places. Oh, it wasn't quite far enough. Let's see what happens if I do it 6 times. What will happen? Let's hit reset and run. Two, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, we blew up. We hit the TNT. Something was not quite right. Let's hit reset. So instead of going 6 times, we're going to go 5 so that we stop right here. And then we'll need to turn to the right to face the pig, move forward 1 space, and then turn to the left so that we're directly facing the pig and move forward. Let's try that. Let me look at my code first to see what it looks like. Looks pretty good. Let's see if we can accomplish our task. Yay! So I just wrote 10 lines of code just by doing that. We completed the programming with Angry Birds. Here's a video on debugging. I'm going to skip that video, but it would be helpful to watch. Remember, getting the bugs out is how we make our code correct, because it can only do what we tell it to do. So you could keep going like this with lots of different coding lessons. Like this is for Ice Age, but there's also coding lessons for Plants vs. Zombies, for Minecraft, which is super cool, and for movies like Star Wars and Moana. You are encouraged to visit code.org and click on Learn to try different things. Thanks so much for coming to our program today. I hope you really enjoyed your hour of code. I know I did. And happy Pride Month to everybody. Thanks, Mr. Alan Turing. Bye-bye.
Thank you everyone who tuned in today to learn about Alan Turing, the Hour of Code, and to code along with Ms. Rebecca. If you enjoyed that, you can check out hourofcode.com for lots of other coding activities, or you can check out pgcmls.info/pride for LGBTQ history and Rainbow Reads for all ages. You can also visit us online